Hello everyone, Kenji back again for another draft. This one is going to be a little bit different. This one is a mystery booster draft. I don't know if y'all remember mystery boosters, but I believe they came out within the last year or so, and the set is, well, like it suggests, kind of a mystery. There are, I believe, 1700 cards in the actual set. This one has been slightly curated for Magic Online for drafting purposes, but anyways, yeah, we're gonna see a lot of cards. Anyways, there's just too many things to go over because, again, this set is gonna be so extreme, so many different cards. I guess I'm just gonna take the Scourge of the Throne here, 6-mana 5/5 flyer with the Throne. Whenever this creature attacks the player with the most life or tied for most life, put a 1/1 counter on it. Whenever it attacks the first time each turn, if it's attacking the player with the most life or tied for the most life, untap. So if you're at a lower life total than your opponent and you attack with it, you get to take an extra turn after that one, or extra combat phase after that one. Anyways, our next card is Rocks. I don't remember if you guys know that from old school. 6-mana 5/5. You can assign its combat damage as though it weren't blocked, and it regenerates. Let's see, what other red cards do we have here? 3-mana 3/2. When it enters the battlefield, each player on your team may discard a card. Then each player who discarded a card this way draws a card. Okay. So I assume it would just be you can discard a card and draw a card. This is a 3-mana 2/3 menace. Oh, I remember Stalwart Aven being good. 3-mana 1/3 flyer. And then if it hits the player, it turns into a 2/4. Let's try taking that. What does this do? Each player may discard a card. Each player who discarded a card may search for bam, review, and put it in hand. Okay. So yeah, again, there won't be too many overlaps. This is a little bit curated for Magic Online, so I would imagine it has less than the full number of cards in the actual set, but you're still going to see a ton of different cards. And oh my gosh, this pack is actually insane. We have a Tarfire here, which shock is just good in any limited environment. Merfolk Looter, this is a premium common. Kavu Climber, also very, very good value. Inferno Fist, another good burn spell. Bone Splitter, very, very good. This is kind of crazy. I think it's probably hard to pass up the Bone Splitter. This is probably the most irreplaceable effect, the most unique effect. And yeah, it just makes any of your creatures relevant. So even though it sucks to pass the Tarfire and the Merfolk Looter, it's going to be very hard for me to pass up a Bone Splitter. Okay, again, you're going to see a lot of different cards here. We have an Arrest, which would be good for us, just solid removal spell. There's a Savannah Lion for the uber aggro beats. I think that's about it for us. I guess we'll just take the removal spell here over the Savannah Lions. It's a better card. Okay, next pack we have a Gift of Orzhova, Executioner's Capsule. Oh man, Somber Hoverguard, Affinity. I would relate this draft to a Chaos draft in essence, because you're just going to see so many individual cards with basically no overlap. Instead of drafting specific deck types, you're more just drafting good cards. Anyways, I think the Executioner's Capsule's probably just got to be the pick here. Obviously, I would love to play the Scourge if possible, but it's better to stay open and read the signals, and I think Capsule is just very, very good removal, so we're going to end up tanking that one. Okay, we have a Snap. Return target creature to its owner's hand, untap 2 lands. A Cathodian, I imagine, is probably just good in this format as a 3-mana 3/3. There's a Valakut Invoker here, 3-mana 2/3, and then you can pay 8 to deal 3 damage to any target. So yeah, this is kind of an interesting one, but let's just take the 3-mana 3/3 as it keeps us open, and we're probably going to play it in any deck. What do we got here? Fungasaur, whenever it's dealt damage, put a 1/1 counter on that. It's kind of weak. Cauldron Dance, I remember this card being quite good. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. That creature gains haste. Return it to your hand at the beginning of the end step, and you may put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. That creature gains haste. its controller sacrifices at the beginning of the next end step. So this card very, very powerful, but I think for us there's an Eyes in the Skies that we want to take here. 4 mana, instant, make 2 birds, or if you somehow have another token, you can populate that one instead. What is this? Paladin of the Bloodstain. Oh, Welkin Turn, Cartouche of Knowledge. But I remember Paladin of the Bloodstain also pretty nice. It looks like white might be open though. Or sorry, blue might be open. We're seeing a lot of good aggressive blue cards, flyers and otherwise being passed around. So keep note of that. I'm going to take the Paladin here because it just goes so well with what we've already taken, but definitely could go blue. Another nice pickup here. 3-2 Intimidate for 4 is pretty good, but given that we're so locked into white already, I think the Exultant Sky Marcher makes sense. None of these cards particularly great. We're not going to take the white card, so I guess we'll just stay open to some black. But yeah, this is going to be chaotic. Like I'm not going to be able to go over every single pick for you guys just because there are going to be too many cards. Wow, I'm actually super surprised at the Inferno Fist wield. As did the Moonglove Extract. So somebody took the, I believe it was Tarfire out of this pack, and of course, Merfolk Looter should be no surprise that it's gone. We could take the Prowling Caracal, but I think Inferno Fist is good enough, for sure. Alright, and we wield the Savannah Lion. Good, good. Renewed Faith, no. Prevent all damage 1 or 2 target creatures would deal this turn. Probably not. Let's take the Sun Crowned here. Glaring Aegis doesn't seem bad in our what appears to be white aggro deck. Oh, okay. Well, I'm liking our start. I mean, I don't think the Scourge is going to do very well for us. Then again, if it's not triggering the attack ability, that means we're already killing our opponent anyways, so I guess I shouldn't expect too much of that card. As we get a Catacomb Slug. Okay, and here is the next pack. What does this do? 7 mana, 5/4 Flash Flyer. When it enters the battlefield, if you cast it from your hand, exile all attacking creatures. Let's see, Promise of Boonray. Whenever creature you control dies, sacrifice it. If you do, create 4 1/1 colorless tokens. Nice. Oh, Miss Meadow Witch is always absurd. There's a Lotus Petal here. Man. We're trying to be aggro, and this is more defensive, but it is super powerful, certainly. It almost feels like the Promise would be better in our deck, though. Right? Just makes it so, like, if any of our creatures die, we just get an instant board state again. No red card I want to take here. It's either the Angel or the Promise. I think I'm going to go with the Promise. I think we're going to try to be aggressive. Goblin Charbelcher? Oh my gosh. I don't think that's correct to take in this kind of format. I mean, it is a lot of value, and if we end up playing red, then it's going to deal double damage some of the time, but I don't think that's what we want here. Man, Bestial Menace is just so good. I think we're going to take the Bestial Menace as just the best card in the pack, because we're not locked into anything besides white right now. Let's see where we go from here. Alright, Course Skyfisher looks good. 3-2 Menace is good. Errant Ephemeron's good. But I'm happy to take the Course Skyfisher. It actually has a decent amount of synergy in our deck anyways. Foundry Inspector. Got a Spark Tongue Dragon here, although the double red might be a little bit awkward. Looks like that's probably going to be the pick here for us, though. Reckless Worm. Oh, Zealous Strike's pretty good. Target creature gets +2/+2 and gains first strike. Oh man, Shaper Parasite was always insane too. Blue morph card that could kill creatures. We're probably not going to be able to madness this, but I suppose a 4/4 trample for 5 is not the worst. I'm just wondering if I am actually playing red. Like, these red cards are okay, but nothing exciting. And we have been seeing blue. God, I kind of want to take that Shaper Parasite. It's just probably too late to do so. But worst case scenario, I can always just play this as a morph and nothing else. Oh man, a Phyrexian Ingester too. This card is also nice. Kiss of the Amisha is good. 3/4 lifelink for 4. Yeah, I might be moving into blue, like a white-blue deck here. Ingester's so powerful. Now remember, I took the Scourge first pick, but there hasn't been much red after that, so I don't mind making like a minor swap. And it's easier to splash the blue than it is to play the red anyways. Like the Shaper Parasite, yes, it says double blue, but the morph is just a single, so that makes that easy. Croson Tusker's good. We're definitely not playing that. Seagate Oracle's solid. Sweatworks Brawler's decent. I mean, Brawler's the better card than the Seagate Oracle, so take it. Stay open to red. Weird draft, certainly. Something like this going on here. I wonder if I still just play this as a morph in this kind of format. Because people have to be scared of it. Like, even if I'm not running any blue sources, you can just always run this as a 3-mana 2/2. That makes the opponent scared of what you're doing. Who knows? Who knows? Okay, what do we have here? Man, Wild Nicottle? What the heck? Blessed Spirits, whenever you cast an enchantment spell, put a 1/1 counter on them. We actually have 3 enchantment cards right now. Glaring Aegis, Promise, and Arrest. That's not bad. Flame Jab is always nice in a red deck. But pretty hard to pass a 2/2 flyer that can get a little bit bigger in our deck. Oh man, Witch is so good too. Do we want to run the Inventor's Goggles? That might not be terrible. I actually have an Artificer too. Like dual shot sideboard. There is a Witch here though, and if we ended up going blue-white, that Witch would be super strong. Alright. We'll take it and see what happens. This is like Memory Lapse for white. Otherwise, we got some enchantments that we're almost certainly not going to run. Okay, we can take a 2/2 for 2 here. Or a 4/5 hexproof for 6. I guess... I guess let's just take the... No, that seems like a filler card. Which it is, but I am for sure playing white. Looks like our blue might be overtaking the red just a little bit. Like, Scourge is definitely a bomb, but so is Ingester in that sense. And the Witch and the Shaper Parasite are definitely better than all of the other red cards. Fortunately, we still have another pack to go, so I can go from there and not be too concerned about what the game plan is. As we got, what, a Shining Armor. We're not going to play any of these cards. I don't think we've seen any overlapping cards. Maybe somebody can point out something in the comments of what we've seen, but... Underworld Coinsmith Wield, okay. Interesting. I guess I'll take the Bottle Gnome sideboard. Man, Kiss of the Amisha Wield too. Okay. Alright, well it looks like blue is certainly overtaking red here. We'll see what will open for the last pack, but definitely think blue is the contender. Coveted Jewel. 6 mana. When it enters the battlefield, draw 3. Taps for 3 mana. Whenever 1 or more creatures in an opponent can attack you and aren't blocked, that player draws 3. Oh, what the heck? That is strange. Okay, I don't think we want that one. What does this do? Return target artifact card from your graveyard to your hand. That's kind of medium. There's a walk the plank. That's probably the best card here. What is this one again? Whenever another creature you control leaves the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on them. Fog Bank is annoying, but I might take the Bomat Bazaar Barge here. Although, this is kind of interesting. We have a decent number of flyers, and so we could take advantage of a Fog Bank, certainly. Fog Bank or Bomat Bazaar Barge? I think I'm going to try taking the Fog Bank and see what happens. Oh, the Akroan Horse. 4 mana, 0/4 Defender. When it enters the battlefield, the opponent gains control of it. And then at the beginning of your upkeep, each opponent creates a 1/1 white soldier creature token. So you play it for 4, your opponent gets it, and then you get a token every beginning of their turn. Kind of funny. I guess it's going to be what I choose here. Hot Soup. Oh my gosh, this is like another arrest, right? Enchanted Permanent Camp. Yeah, it's another arrest that can target things besides creatures, but I think I'm going to take the horse. Memory, Erosion. Oh, there's an Artisan of Kozilek here. That's 9 mana. Oh, Bituminous Blast. That card's insane. Lash Knife Barrier is a card that I think people underlook a lot, or underrate a lot. I'm going to take this over the Territorial Hammerskull. It's 3 mana, draw a card when it enters, and then if any source would deal damage to a creature you control, it deals that much damage -1, so you can blow out people a lot with that one. Lightning Greaves, Skirmisher, Eithercast Knight. We are doing something here. I don't know what it is, but this is looking pretty fun. I kind of want to take the Knight over the Lightning Greaves, but it's probably close. I mean, can we wheel this? Probably, right? It's blue-white. Let's take the Greaves here. Ooh, Korchanda. I remember this card being really good too. All damage that we've dealt this turn to a target creature you control by a source of your choice is dealt to another target creature instead. Yeah. Riptide Crab, 1/3 Vigilance for 3. Draws a card when it dies. Mana Leak is good, but Korchand is a big blowout, I'm pretty sure. Target creature you control gains protection from the color of your choice until end of turn, and then it has Rebound. But there's also an Illusory Ambusher, 5 mana, 4/1 Flash. Whenever it's dealt damage, you draw that many cards. Let's take that one. 7 mana, 5/5 Flying Vigilance. Could take a Diamond Mare here. Oh wait, no, that's not the one that gains 1/1 counters. Draw a card for each tapped creature target opponent controls. Probably not. I might just try this Archangel, we'll see. Footpad. When it enters the battlefield, each opponent sacrifices a permanent unless they pay 4. Pridemate. How many ways do I have to gain life? One? One way to gain life? Just the Kiss of the Amisha? There's a Soulmender in the pack with the Pridemate. That's kind of funny. 6 mana, 5/6. It proliferates. It's not very useful. Or we have another equipment here if we want. I don't know if we're playing any of these cards. We'll just take the equipment. I'm a little bit hesitant to run 2 7-drops as well, but I mean, if we're going this route, then the Savannah Lions is certainly much worse. So is the Glaring Aegis. We want to be a little bit more defensive, I would think. Slower. So, in fact, Bottlenose probably wants to come in then. And we cut the Savannah, we cut the Glaring. I think we'd probably still end up running the Bone Splitter just because it's so good. Ooh, I guess the dream with this deck is to get the Mist Meadow Witch online with the Phyrexian Ingester. That seems nice. Oh, and you know what? Now that we're going to play a few more artifacts, this excavation element gets a lot better too. Don't think we need gaseous form. Okay. This is looking fine. The core Skyfisher maybe feels a little bit out of place now as well. But we do have some value to bounce with it. I just hope I don't get run over too quickly. I mean, I doubt this format's too fast. Because it's like a chaos draft. But that doesn't mean people can't draft aggressive decks. Jeru's Resolve. Okay. Oh, perfect. That is a huge pickup. Super glad to get the Knight on the wheel. That's really good. Whenever an artifact enters the battlefield under your control, it gains flying. Okay, we're probably not running that. And the last few sideboard cards. Okay, I think our deck is pretty good, all things considered. I need to cut like 2 cards, though. I'm wondering if we even want this hexproof doo-doo. Probably do. Hexproof is pretty annoying. Maybe the Promise now is unnecessary. How good are 4/1/1s really anyways? I guess it's annoying enough to play. Cathodian feels more like filler. I'd rather have the Bottle Gnomes. And one more cut. Again, I think this core Skyfisher might not be correct for the deck. And now that we picked up the Ethercast Knight, much better 2-drop replacement. Okay. I think we're going to go like this and probably run like 10-7 in favor of white. And yeah, look, deck looks good. But who knows? This is Mystery Booster Phantom Draft. Let's go see how these matches play out. Here we are for round 1 of this Mystery Booster Draft. Looks like we won the die roll. We are on the play, and we have a pretty decent hand here. Who knows, this Ethercast Knight could just go the distance by itself with Bone Splitter. Because on turn 3, that is a 4/4 attacking, potentially. Though I'm a guess, if I draw a third land, I'd rather play out the Lash Knife Barrier, but we'll see. Okay, we did draw a third land. Let's slam that Knight. Other planes from the opponent. Alright. I think we're just going to bash for 4 here. We don't need to get any of these online right now. It's not like the Bottle Gnomes is likely to attack in next turn anyways, and they don't have anything to do. They played a 3/1 flyer. Ooh, and we drew the Crowan Horse. The problem with playing the horse here is that it actually means I don't get to attack with the Knight anymore. So let's just attack for 4 and debate what we want to do. I mean, I guess I still end up playing the horse. Right? No, maybe we wait another turn. Like, I can start getting 1/1s, but that is just such an awkward play. Yeah, this is probably better to where we don't want to do that until they play something that makes me annoyed. Oh, yeah, the Witch is nice. It's a little bit slow, but we'll see what the opponent does, because maybe they just can't deal with my Knight and we end up getting them anyways. Oh, Serrated Arrows! That's a good one. Super old school card there if y'all don't remember that one. Drew a Shaper Parasite. Alright, let's attack for 3. And we're going to cast this Shaper Parasite face down and then move the equipment over to it. Hopefully the opponent can't kill our morph. River Boa, that's a good one. Nature's Lore is going to go get another land, sure. Only gets a forest though, right? Yeah. So the Shaper Parasite can kill the River Boa even though it has regeneration, because it gets rid of its toughness. I'm going to give that creature... Give it +2, -2. And now we get to attack for 5. We'll see if they want to Serrated Arrows it. They do, so they only take 4 here. And the question is, do I want to run out the Witch right now? If I run out the Witch, that means it would eat the last of its Serrated Arrows counters, but we would rather save the Witch for afterwards. Okay, no attacks from the opponent, so it means they're probably going to offer the trade here, I would imagine. Now, because of the Lash Knife barrier, they still have to use the Serrated Arrows if they want this to be a trade. I don't know if they realize that. And so now that that has happened, I think we get the horse online and start getting extra 1/1s since they're so low. All right, re-equip. And now I start getting extra 1/1 tokens. Perfect. Oh, a red source. Okay. What do you have over there? No plays. Still missing our 6th land, but let's attack in with both, see what they do. Okay, take the 1. Play out our gnomes. Play out our witch. And pass the turn. They have to have something end of turn here, right? Maybe some burn spell. The nice thing is, even if they have some wrath effect to kill the board, we still have a lot of action if we just can find one more land. What is it? Aurelia's Fury. 6 damage divided as you choose among any number of targets. Wow. So you'll notice they have to deal 2 to each of these, though, because of the Lash Knife barrier. But they did also kill the horse, which means I don't get extra 1/1s every turn anymore. Oh, they have an Archangel, too. All right. So, yeah, now we're going to need to draw at least 1 more land to start popping off. That Ambusher is a good draw, though. Let's just pass. Oh my gosh, what is this? 8 mana? What are you doing? Enchanted land has tap it, create a 5/5 beast token with trample? What the heck? Okay, well, I do have good news. They have to block this Ambusher with one of their 5/5s, which means I'm going to get to draw 5 cards off of it. And it trades because of the Exalted trigger from the Knight, so we do have that going for us. But they get a 5/5 trample every turn now, so we're going to need to find some action quickly. And that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and... actually... I guess we want to play the 4/5 out. as it attacks as a 5/6, and if they want to kill it, they have to double block it. We can already sack the Bottle Gnomes for 3 lives, so I don't think we need a Kiss yet, and then the Ingester can eat the Archangel. Alright, Lay of the Land, that's fine. They have 1 card left in hand after playing the land out. The opponent has some scary cards, though, for sure. Dude, Spawning Grounds is sick. This must be from some Commander format. Okay. So we will indeed ingest the Archangel. I would like to use the ability, thank you. And then we attack for 5, make them chump with their 5/5 beast. If I attack with all, I put them to 1, so not quite good enough there. And good luck, I say to you. Oust! Okay, well, that gets rid of my 8/8. But now I should be able to win just by playing the Aven, giving it haste and attacking with everything. Oh, wait, never mind. That's too risky. I could just give the Aven haste and attack for 4 in the air. I would have to, move the Greaves over to something else first, though. But yeah, we could just attack with the Flyer after equipping it with the Bone Splinters, and it would hit him for 4. Alright, opponent has some very, very powerful cards. I might want to bring in this Lapse of Certainty just to late game get them. Like, they tap out for a 7-drop or an 8-drop. 1 turn might be good enough. Looks like a Fog Bank might actually not be all that great versus them, since they're not, like, super aggressive. Ooh, what do we have here? We only have, what, 7 islands in the deck? Okay. Go down to 6, and yikes. Pretty bad 6, too. I'll keep this one in Pitch of Plains. We know their deck isn't, like, extremely fast. They spend the first early turns, like, fixing their mana, so... Island, not a terrible draw, obviously. Okay, Lash Knife Barrier, also not a terrible draw. Oh, I just realized the Lash Knife Barrier last game with the Illusory Ambusher meant that I only drew 4 cards instead of 5 because it actually prevented one of the damage that was dealt to it. That's hilarious. Unflinching Courage! Holy moly, that's Armadillo Cloak. Okay, I need to find something to deal with that. Come on, Lash Knife Barrier. 5/3 Flying, Trample, Lifelink on turn 4 might just end up killing me. I don't have much of a sideboard for that either. Yikes. I guess I'm just going to pass here. Oh, man. So what they needed to do is assign all 5 damage to my Aven if they wanted to kill it. So because they didn't, it got to live, and we only took 1 trample damage. But, I mean, they're at 33 life. Alright, kissy kissy. Gain 7, draw 2. We need to find our, I guess, Ingester. Yeah, didn't realize the interaction with trample. Yeah, it's an interesting interaction for sure. Like 5 power trampler, they deal 4 to this, 1 to me, and I can go ahead and afford to take at least another hit or 2 from this. As they have their Archangel again. Hey, okay, there's the Ingester. That is one of the things we needed to draw here. I mean, I guess it's better to eat the Archangel. Because of the vigilance, and it also makes our Ingester bigger, although I can't attack into the Hornet Nest. I think I can attack now with the Aven. Who knows what this morph is? It could be anything. Our best draw is like the Miss Meadow Witch. If I can Miss Meadow Witch with Ingester, that's game over. Okay. Well, now we can actually double block the flyer. Oh, wait. I have Bone Splinters in my hand. What am I talking about? We can just single block if we want to. Pass the turn here. Holding up Lapse of Certainty is nice. Okay, no plays. This gives us time to find the Miss Meadow Witch. Oh my god, we did it. So I'm actually just going to pass here now and keep up Lapse of Certainty open since we don't have the mana to do that yet. Okay, you can gain 4. I don't care about that. Now we can flicker our Ingester. Comes back at the end of turn. Eats the flyer. And we get to start doing this every turn. Whoo! And we drew Core Chant. Alright, so I can attack for 6 in the air now. Oh yeah, and then the beats are real. Flicker our Ingester again. Let's target the Morph creature this time. It is an Inox Survivalist. Wow. Alright, well, now that they blew up my Bone Splinters, I can get it back with the Elephant later. No plays, okay. Yeah, Ingester with Miss Meadow Witch is pretty damn insane. Now we can attack with everything but the Witch. Holy smokes. This is disgusting. How can you beat this? It's so gross. GG's. Alright, Miss Meadow Witch with Phyrexian Ingester. And that's a great way to win a match. Let's see if we can get 2 more. And here is round number 2 of this mystery booster draft. We're on the draw, and we have a fine if unexciting hand here. No blue, but no blue cards, so that doesn't matter. And we have a pretty good curve out otherwise. Oh, well, there's the blue, so that doesn't matter. But yeah, Blessed Spirits into Paladin, then Eyes in the Skies make 2/1/1 flyers, or we can copy the token from the Paladin. Opponent just played one of the best cards in Limited, though, or at least for its format. The Mirror Entity. Yeah. 3 mana 1/1 Changeling, so it's all creature types. And you can pay X to give all creatures you control that power and toughness until end of turn. So, pretty damn nuts. Man, they played a Blinding Soul Eater too, yikes. They apparently have a very good deck. I think I'm going to go a little bit aggressive here, though. and not just immediately arrest the mirror entity since they don't have that many creatures on the battlefield anyways. Play our own little curve out game. Simic Locket rather, not Simic. And let's arrest the mirror entity instead of the tapper and go to combat. So they can pay 2 life here because this is Phyrexian mana, but it's more important to kill the mirror entity while you can. They didn't tap down, so either they have a pump effect or they just messed up. Okay, so they just missed 1 extra life. Remember, you can pay 2 life to tap a creature. So given that my creatures have more than 2 power. Oh, I guess, no, what am I talking about? Then I get to attack with the vampire if they do that, so it's actually net neutral. I'm the mistaken one here. They would have given me 1 life. My mistake. Yep, let's go to combat. And now that they have the planes available, it makes sense to tap one of the 3 power creatures, even though yes, I do gain 1 life, but that's not a huge deal. Unless they have a trick, of course. Okay, they're going to tap the flyer. They paid life to do so. In which case, I don't think I'm going to attack. If they paid life, they clearly have some kind of trick here, and I don't need to attack into it, so we can just play our creature and pass. They're likely to play out whatever they had at the end of turn anyways. It was an Apostle's Blessing to give their entity pro-white to knock off the arrest. Okay. So now they have access to 5 mana. Crazy. I guess their game plan was to block the vampire and eat it by turning their creatures into a 2/2, which means I would have gotten in for 3, but this is Mystery Booster. I have no idea what's in their deck, right? So, okay, they tapped out. Oh, and we drew a nice one. Cast the Shaper Parasite face down here. And we can actually attack with everything. Nah, it's probably just safest to attack with the 2 good attackers. Use the Shaper Parasite just to kill the mirror entity. Oh, interesting. That is not going to pan out for you. We are going to give the mirror entity +2/-2, and then we get to eat your Hooting Mandrills and hit you for 3 in the air. Yeah. Yikes. Basically best possible scenario for us. Phyrexian Ingester now too. I don't think we run that out though. Let's go to combat. Oh boy. Is Settle the Wreckage in this format, or Fog? Oh, I know, Fog is in the format. I guess I'll also attack with the Paladin. If they have Settle, so be it, show me. Prevent all combat damage that we dealt this turn by creatures target opponent controls, and they get to make a 2/2. Okay, that's not that bad. I guess now I'll go ahead and eat the Binding Soul Eater then. It's so crazy. It's hard to play around any individual card, but you can play around like effects, you know? So what happens if I attack with everything? Looks good to me. They can eat here, block here, take 4, 5, 6, 7, go to 2. I'm in for it. All right. So what did they do? They have a mirror entity. They have an encircling fissure. They have an apostle's blessing. Looks like fine cards, but nothing too scary beyond that mirror entity. This time I think we just leave as is, as I think the fog bank will probably be good enough. And yeah, go to game 2. Okay, here we are for game 2 of the round, second round. Opponent has put me on the play, and we're going to go ahead and keep this pretty slow hand. It's got 3 pretty nice cards in it, even though we have the Lash Knife barrier combo, quote-unquote combo, with the Ambusher. Actually, a non-bow. But that's okay. Oh, and the opponent mulliganed to 5. All right, let's see if we can draw some early game then to kind of pressure them. That does work. Lightning Greaves, I accept. Okay, into an Either Cast Knight. Let's attack for 2. No, there's their mirror entity again. Let's attack for another 2 and then play our Lash Knife barrier. Land go. Alright. Attack for 1. You got something to do here? Morph card, that's fine. Let's play out the Ingester. Let's give it haste. Attack for 5. And because we have the Lash Knife and it's a 5/2, they couldn't block with the Morph card effectively. They hit me for 8 here if they just pump up max. Yeah. Alright, take 8. Got ourselves a race here, but I'm about to gain 7 life and draw 2 cards. So I will attack for 5 again. And then, now if they attack with both, I absolutely block the mirror entity to force them to use it. Oh, that's another good draw, but let's just ingest their entity and see what they do. We can also give the entity or the ingester haste after we do this. Okay, they didn't pump, notably. All right, show me the worst. Okay, priority is yours. Encircling Fissure, so I'll get to still draw a card off of that, but that's kind of annoying. Oh, Mist Meadow Witch now. All right. Well, let's do the combo, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give our Mist Meadow Witch haste immediately. I need to move the Greaves over to be able to target the Ingester anyways. And we'll just pass. I don't need to attack into all that open mana again. Like, if they just let this happen, we're going to win the game anyways, so there's no rush. It was a Shaper Parasite. Alright, and an easy 2-0. Mist Meadow Witch, Phyrexian Ingester take another match. We are quickly 2-0. Let's see if we can rattle off a trophy here with this sweet blue-white deck in this mystery booster draft. And here we are for the third and final round of this mystery booster draft. We are on the play with a pretty nice looking hand here. So I think with the Mist Meadow Witch, what you want to do is not actually play it out on turn 2. Unless you know for a fact your opponent is running some like mono white no removal deck, which they apparently could be. It's much safer to save the Witch for later on. Green-white with Explorer, and then they miss a third land. Okay. So it's very possible that the Witch versus Green-White is something I can go ahead and run out on turn 2, no fear, but I think for the most part... Oh, Chromatic Lantern, uh-oh. That's terrifying. For the most part, I think it's a card that you normally want to sit on. Okay, if they're on, like, multicolored good stuff, we could have a problem. Hopefully the Chromatic Lantern is just in there for ramp, and not because they have some sick multicolor deck. Okay, that's no problem. That's not a problem either. So now, do I want to run out the Witch this turn? And do I want to bother arresting one of these cards? I don't think so. I think we can just sit back and wait. Hopefully I don't get punished for running out the Witch right now without being able to protect itself, but again, they're playing green-white, so feels like they're unlikely to have too many problematic cards. Okay, Pima Outrider, they're making it a 4/4. I'm only debating if I want to, like, flicker their Manifest here, because if it's some insane card, I end up giving it to them, you know? Because it does eventually return. It would lose the light form, but... Like, if it's some crazy enchantment or something, I think I get too much of a punish, so I think we'll just take it and see what they do. Game Trail Changeling, alright, 4/4 Trample. Yeah, they have a lot of fat. Let's go ahead and flicker our Paladin, get some more life linkers. And we drew ourselves the necessary land for the Archangel, which can hopefully win the game. Another land next turn wouldn't be awful, because it allows us to activate the Witch twice a turn. Wayfaring Temple. This is toughness equal to the number of creatures you control. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you get to populate. Okay. Alright, so now we actually just get to sit back on Archangel and Miss Meadow Witch. So I think we're doing pretty well here. Even though their creatures are pretty damn big. What the hell is this? 7 white... They have an Elishnorn? Oh my god. We lose. It doesn't even, like, I flicker this and it just dies when it comes back into play, so... Alright. That's a problem. That's probably one of the few cards that we can lose to. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. That's insane. Alright, game plan. Don't lose to Elishnorn. Oh, what was the last? So it was a forest that was manifested with the light form. Alright, let's keep this. Need to draw another Plains, but if we can get the Sky Marcher online, maybe we can just beat him down. Oh man, the opponent's running 43 cards, so they are lowering the odds that they draw Elishnorn. Hopefully we can fade it this time, because that card is an extreme beating. Yikes. So game plan, don't lose to Elishnorn. I think that's a good plan. Man, oh man, alive. I mean, they just had green fatties too, so this might not be a very easy matchup for us unless we can beat them down before any of that becomes too much of an issue, you know? Bone splitters. Alright, I'm just running it out. Darn it. No planes, which means I don't get to play my flyer. Well, my flyer that can attack anyways. Well, there's the temple again, sure. There's the planes. Alright, we'll go ahead and play out our flyer. And equip. We don't care about the temple since we have the fog bank, so I don't want to trade my witch for it. As they have a Rosemane Centaur, another pretty strong card overall. Alright, beat down in the air is a go. Operation Don't Lose to Elish Norn. Okay. So they get to blow up my bone splitters. This only hits creatures. Yeah, there's nothing I can do about that, unfortunately. Well, poopy. All damage would be out this turn a target you control by a source of your choice is dealt to another target creature. I can kill one of these if I want to. There's no real reason to. Like, I can just flicker this and fog bank the centaur. I really hope I don't lose to Elish Norn again, though. The card is an uber issue. Alright, 2 more in the air. If I can draw another land next turn for Archangel, that would be decent. Put them on a 2-turn air clock. They're 1 mana away from Elish Norn, though, if they have it. There's their light form again, too. Okay. So let's go like this. All damage will be dealt this turn to target creature you control. So this creature. By surface is dealt to another creature. Okay. And then we choose the target. So that's the Court Chant is a card that is misplayed 1,000 times every day. You click on the creature of yours that is getting dealt damage, then you choose the creature that you want to damage, then you choose the creature that was damaged. That's dealing the damage, rather. So. Alright. Operation Don't Lose to Elish Norn is in effect. I've got a game plan of double flyer. Nice, just a Chromatic Lantern. We can beat that. Move the Bone Splitters over. Great. Whew, okay. Celestial Crusader was the card that was manifested. And this is all other white creatures, for the record, if you read that. It's not just their white creatures, it's all other white creatures, so I'm not sure that's actually a card that they want to be playing. Oh, good news. If they do have Elish Norn now, we still kill him with the Archangel. Because she would turn into a 3/3. I could double flicker away with 8 mana. 2 of their attackers so we wouldn't die. Okay. I'm scared. I don't have a way to deal with Elish Norn here. Right? I guess Ingester. Never mind. I do have Ingester. But at that point, like, Elish Norn needs to resolve, they need to not kill me, and then I need to have the Ingester, so. Let's cross our fingers. I'm wondering if I should have just brought in, like, the Savannah Lions to try to go underneath them. I'm not quite sure. Let's just go turn 1 Bone Splitter, turn 2 Knight, turn 3... what's my best 3 drop? One of my 2/2 flyers. or something. I don't know. I'm scared. Elish Norn's too good. We do have the capsule in our sideboard, but I don't think that I don't think that's a card we wanted to bring in. All right. Well, crap. I think this is a keep though. Turn 2 Lightning Greaves, turn 3 Stalwart Aven, attack for 1, and then it turns into a 2/4 flyer is about as good as it's gonna get as far as aggressive starts are concerned. The Witch is a good draw, but it obviously doesn't do anything this early. So let's just try to, again, beat them down before they can beat me down, as they have a Lantern. Okay. Aven, equip, attack for 1, and it becomes a 2/4 flyer. Let's go. The race is on. Oh no, they have their Thornscape again, so they can kill the Lightning Greaves and they get to shoot me for 2. Sure. That's annoying, but at least it wasn't a Bone Splitter and we already got the value out of the Greaves. Go ahead and run this out versus green-white and cross our fingers. They're at 6 mana already. No plays though, okay. Attack. What do you have here? Target player sacrifices an attacking or blocking creature. I think we just have to sacrifice our Witch. We have nothing to do with it right now anyways, and we really just need to damage them. Oh, they have an Archangel too. Okay, that's good. Alright. Well, we have an out. Fogbank blocks the Archangel. Please no Elish Norn. That kills our Fogbank. The good news is I get to kill the Elish Norn here. But, not ideal, because then we still have to deal with a 5/5 flyer. Alright, Elish Norn down. Can we beat the 5/5 flyer now? Can I find, like, Ingester? Please. Please draw me Ingester. I got one more draw step. Oh boy. Unless they kill my flyer, then I just lose anyways. I guess I could also draw a rest. What was that? Oh, Windborn Charge. Well, friends, it comes to an end. 2 other creatures get +2/+2 in flying. And that's really unfortunate. Like, the opponent just drew Elish Norn in both games that they killed us, you know? Oh well, that's the way it goes. Not much else to say. I think our deck was sweet. Sometimes you just lose to your opponent drawing their bombs. And unfortunately, that is what happened there. But that was a fun little one, Mystery Booster Draft. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Again, it's kind of like a Chaos Draft. Go in trying to draft good cards as opposed to some kind of strategy. Obviously, you can find synergies. Like we have the Miss Meadow Witch and the Phyrexian Ingester in this deck, but it's not like a build-around format. It's take the best cards that you can in the open colors and have some fun. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out all of my other content here on the Card Kingdom YouTube channel, and we'll see you guys next week.